Hey guys, long time no see. I do apologise for the less frequent videos these days. Just got a lot of stuff in my life that are competing for priority at the moment, as I'm sure you can all understand. But I do appreciate that you guys stick around and still watch, even though the videos aren't as frequent. Today I wanted to do a review and talk to you about the NYX Beauty School Dropout palette. This I got a couple of months ago now, probably about 3 months. I did a haul video when I bought it. It was from the Priceline Cosmetic sale, the last one that they had. And I was talking to you about it then, how much I loved it and why I picked it. But now that I've tried it out for a little while, I wanted to actually talk about it in depth. So I wanted to point out that this is actually the Beauty School Dropout Back to Basics palette. When I went Googling for this online, just to see where it was, I noticed that there were some other versions and I was like, that's not the one I bought. And then when I saw the one that I bought, it had Back to Basics and I was like, I've never seen that on the packaging, but because I only remember this, but then I realized that right down here you can see Back to Basics. So if you are looking for this one in particular online, make sure you type the Back to Basics Beauty School Dropout palette in your search. They also have a graduate one and another one which I think is called Sophomore or something like that, which you can get off the NYX website or elsewhere online. So the palette itself, the packaging's super cute. It reminds me of, like, you know, school books, which is the whole point, I guess. Super cute. It's got this elastic band to keep it all together. And then I think I've taken you through this before, but just in case you missed it. So here we've got like a little inspo and a little mirror, which I never use. I tend to just flip that right away. And then when we open up this section, we've got all the eyeshadows on this side and then blushes, highlighters and contours over on this side. I have absolutely loved using this palette, much more than I thought I would. I mean, when I saw it, I fell in love with the colours. That's really what got me, but the quality is outstanding. The blushes in particular, I didn't expect to like as much as I have. I'll just hold this up so you can see them. So these two on the outside are matte shades, but the one in the middle has a very slight sheen to it. This one here is just a really nice subtle natural pink, like a dusty pink. This one, because it's got a little bit of sheen in it, it does remind me of Orgasm by NARS. It's kind of got, it's more like a peach with like coral reflex in it. And then this one here is a very vibrant pink matte shade, which again, it's like you might see that and think, oh gosh, there's no way that would look good. But once it blends out, it actually looks really nice. In fact, I'm wearing it today and you can just see it along here. It's just very faint. It's just like a little bit of a flush, a little bit of pink, but it's not too crazy. Also, these highlighters I've absolutely adored. There's a nice gold one and a pink one, which is great. I like mixing up between the two depending on the look that I'm doing. They're beautiful. They're not like chunky or glittery at all. They just have this gorgeous, really stunning sheen. They don't, I wouldn't say the most blinding highlights, but I do love them. I wear them a lot. In fact, I'll specifically go and find these ones over my other highlighters because I do like them so much. As for the contour bronze shades, whatever you want to call it, I don't use these as much. I really do like this bronzing shade because it's pale enough for my skin tone. It's really hard to find one that's not orange. This is perfect. As you can see, it's very cool toned. It's not orange at all. It's just the perfect brown for contour. This one here is a little bit darker and actually has a little bit of gold reflect in it, which is why I haven't really used it. I'm not really a fan of the shimmery type of bronzers, but maybe come summertime I'll use it a bit more. But yes, absolutely love the face powders. Now over to the eyeshadows. So as you can see, there's a lot there. These are absolutely beautiful. I found that they do have a little bit of fallout, so when you put your brush in, they do kind of make a bit of a mess. However, in terms of using them, they blend really well, they're really pigmented, and the colours themselves are just really unique and really pretty. There's a wide variety of shades there. There's a mixture of shimmers and mattes, and also the shimmers aren't just basic shimmers. They actually have like a base colour with a different reflect colour, which is really unusual for a drugstore brand. So I'll just point out some of my key favourite ones, or the most unique ones out of this. I really love this matte burgundy. It's really hard to find a really nice dark shade like that, especially for wintertime. From drugstore brands. This one is absolutely beautiful. Above it, you have this, actually more of a brown base, but as you can see, it's got blue reflex. Like in the camera there, it looks like it's a blue silvery shadow, but it's actually got a very brown base. And that's just the reflex you can see. It's a gorgeous color. Absolutely love it. This one here similarly has it's a beautiful chocolate brown base with green reflex in it. And so the camera's picking that up at the moment, but a really nice color. And this one here, this shimmery gold, I've used so many times. Absolutely stunning. I just put it on the lid and blended out with some warm shade, some of the warmer shades in the palette. And oh my goodness, it is so nice. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's the whole palette. So obviously in terms of quality, I would say top notch. I absolutely adore it. Considering the price point, I think it was about $50 for the whole palette, which is amazing because you get 3 blushes, 2 highlighters, 2 bronzers, plus how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So I have 35 shadows, and they're not just dull, plain, boring shadows. There's a mixture of different matte shimmers and then a combination of colors in some of those as well, which is really unique. So absolutely great value for money. The only thing that stops me from using this is the packaging. So I tend to not use this as much as my other eyeshadows or makeup products, only because it's so hard to get out that I just don't bother with it. Because normally in my stack of palettes, it would be like this, all wrapped up, and then for me to have to get it out, take off the elastic, unfold it, and have this bit of plastic in the middle kind of flapping about as well. It just makes it really difficult, and so I tend to not use it purely because of that. So that's the only downside I would say with it. I mean, the packaging's really cute, but not exactly practical. So what I'm actually going to be doing after this video is depotting it as best as I can and taking all those shadows and powders out and putting them in a separate palette, because the products themselves are beautiful, I just don't use them and it's too much of a hassle to get through the packaging. So I'll actually be getting rid of the packaging after this video, now that I've done it, because I don't use the mirror and there's just no other need for it. And if it's stopping me from using it, I just don't see the point in having it. So in terms of the palette itself, it's absolutely beautiful. I would say way up there next to other eyeshadows I have. The blushes are way up there. They're way better than a lot of the high-end blushes I've used, and same with the bronzing shades. Oh my goodness, every bronzer in the drugstore is like a glittery, it's more of a highlighter than a bronzer. These ones are so beautiful and natural. Even though I've only used them a little bit, they are gorgeous. I haven't seen this in Priceline of late, that's where I got it from. But I know that you can get it on the NYX website, and you could probably get it online elsewhere as well. So if you're looking to get it yourself, please do. It's amazing. Tons of really good colors to look at and play with. So that's all from me today. Would have liked to have chatted a little bit more with you, but that's all right. We can always chat and catch up next time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm much more active on there than I am here. So if you want to see what I'm up to and what makeup looks I'm doing and what I'm buying, then make sure you follow me. The details for my Instagram and Snapchat are down below in the description box. Also, if you haven't subscribed here, then make sure you do that as well so you don't miss any videos that do eventually come up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.